Hello, and welcome back to Muddling Through Minecraft with Neisberg. It is great to be back in the world, and I have some plans for some projects today, so looking forward to it. Before we get started with that, though, I want to mention something about the world here. So you'll notice that all of our green is back. I think towards the end of the last episode, and if you didn't know this, go ahead and go back and look at it. At the end of the last episode, all of these blocks here switched from being green to being the traditional, like, little bit of green at the top and then dirt down below. And I mentioned then that I remembered why that happened and that I would fix it. And I have fixed it, and it does look a lot better. But our first project today is actually going to be kind of renovating this area in front of the base. I had a little bit of inspiration looking through some things, quite honestly, on Pinterest and whatnot. I have some inspiration for what we're going to do and how we're even going to make the top look a little bit better as well with those 3 windows up there. So I'm looking forward to that project. The green, the reason things had gone awry with the colors is because in the middle of the last episode, or at least right before I filmed those last couple of scenes, I did something, which is I moved my world from my local computer to a server. And so what you might see every now and then in chat or something is my brother actually is going to be on the server with me here a little bit. I don't know that we really necessarily have any plans to do anything collaborative or anything like that, but I'm looking forward to having him around and helping out collecting resources. I think he's going to do a little bit of building off in this direction somewhere, maybe 150. I don't remember what he told me. I'd have to look at the coordinates, but kind of off in that direction. So you may see him around, may see him in chat, whatever. That's okay, but yeah, so that'll be fun. Now, let's get started on this build here, or on the changes to the build and what we're going to do. I'm going to move the entrance to my base from up there to down here, and I saw some things, saw some images, just trying to get some inspiration for where to take this base that I really liked. Some things that made it feel just a little bit more connected and a little bit more interesting that would help support the farmland a little bit better, and I'm looking forward to it. So I need some jungle wood, I need some spruce wood, hence you see the little bit of a tree farmish kind of thing that I got going on over there, and we are going to get to building. I'll need some more glass as well, so I should probably go find some sand. It has taken me quite a while to get to this point. I've actually moved this front. This is my new inspiration for the front of the base, and I've had to move it out actually from where I had it initially, just to make things feel like they flow a little bit better and make a little bit more sense. So up there you can see the original doorway, and this is the new doorway. And I'm actually going to end up extending that one up so that we get more round on everything. Oof, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but that's okay. That one's more oval shaped. Those are round. These are very round. I want that one to be more round. There. So yeah, anyway, this is going to be the front door now. And as we come in, we'll have a large space here that we can decorate and do things with. And as we walk back into the back, this hallway will eventually open up, and we've got ourselves a nice little elevator to our original space here. And here's our chicken cooker, still working away, doing great. Our little storage area, and again, this is the window where we'll push up and we'll actually make this room a little bit taller than it is right now, and I think that'll work out just fine. And of course, up here to the bedroom. You've seen all this before. So yeah, that is where we are. A couple of things that are going to change and that will need to change. Obviously, I've broken up all this farmland again, and after getting that pathway the way I kind of wanted it and was happy with it, the pathway is going to have to change a bit again as well. And I think that's okay, because I actually think it's going to make for a better terrain, just better terrain in general around here, and a better look overall for this space. So overall, it's going to take some more. It's gonna take time. And again, like I said, muddling through Minecraft, right? So making mistakes and fixing and going back and rehashing and making it look the way that I want it to, as opposed to trying to plan something out that looks perfect every time or whatever. So yeah, it's coming along. It's going well. But one thing that I'm a little tired of, I'm not going to lie, is constantly having to make new tools. I am digging a lot of dirt. I'm doing a lot of work with my axe, with all the wood and everything, and I'm tired of having to do all of that constantly and remake wooden or stone tools. Actually, I don't have a whole lot of iron, so I'm using a ton of stone. But I have an idea. So bear with me a second, and I'll share you the two parts of that idea. Part number one, in some off-camera mining, I found some diamonds. I think we had 4 diamonds from the shipwreck maybe, and then I got another 8 while mining. So I've got plenty of diamonds. Of course, I don't have any obsidian on me right now, but with a diamond pickaxe, we could make some obsidian, or we could mine some obsidian. But if I've got those picks and that axe, I still have a concern because, what about when they eventually disappear and get worn down? Well, I don't want to lose those because I don't have an unlimited number of diamonds. But I'm down in our mine, and not very far from our base, there is a cave spider spawner. So we can go ahead and make ourselves an XP farm. Skelly. Do I have I got a shield on me. All right, there we go. That'll work. And hey, there he is. All right, boom, boom. Chika. Come back. Yeah. All right, there we go. So cave spider spawner down here. We can go ahead and make ourselves a XP farm, which I think we definitely need to go about. So that's the next thing on the list for today is our XP farm. I got a little setup down here. There is our hole to the top level there. I'm going to lose this redstone, I think. Yeah, I don't care. That's okay. That is our way up to where the base is, and then of course we are down here. I've got this cleared out, but y'all, I'm pretty excited about this. I discovered that this one is right here. We've got a spider spawner right here, and there's another one literally right next to it. So we are going to be able to make ourselves a pretty big, pretty fast, hopefully, spider spawner farm here, which is, I mean, they're so close that I'm not going to be able to make 2 chambers, which is actually a little unfortunate, but this is going to be great. So I'm pretty pumped about that. So we're going to do a bunch of digging and prepping this space, and then we'll be back when we got to figure out how we're going to funnel these guys into a single spot. After doing quite a bit of digging, I am now running back and forth with water buckets. We can check out the hole real quickly here, but this is the entire thing dug out, surrounded, and I'm trying some new things with these spider farms. So these spider farms tend to have the spiders crawling up the walls, and so I'm trying to avoid a little bit of that, and then we're going to go down and see how we can play with the floor and the water in the floor to make sure that everything is flowing to kind of a central point. So I have quite a few water buckets to dispense here and put out along the walls, and try and, again, just trying to keep the spiders off of the walls. So I dug the hole quite a bit larger than I needed to. So there's that's for the water. So there's an extra block on each side of the spawners so that all of the spawning space is still available. So it's 5 blocks to this point. So when the water comes down, then there's still a 4x4, well, a 9x9, right, space around the spawner. And the spawners are perfectly separated. So 4 blocks away from here is the end of this. Like, if I were to do each of these spawners perfectly, then the outside wall would be on the last spawning block of that spawner and the out, if I were to do that one separately. So they are perfectly aligned to be able to have the maximum rates basically from these two spawners. So as we get closer to having the water on the sidewalls here, and I start to play around with the water flow around the floor, we'll come back in and we'll see how the progress is. We are in the heart of the spawner now, and I've got my little exit up there. Water all around us, and it's flowing to these middle 8 blocks, where these middle 8 blocks are stopped. There is no flowing here. So I've gone ahead and made gates. I'm going to build a little tunnel underneath here to try and get all of our spiders then down this direction and into a grinding chamber kind of at the end over there. Should still put me within distance of that one, of that spawner, but I'm going to check those distances and all that kind of stuff as we go here. So the channel is going to be right down there, doop, right down here, and we'll go ahead and get started on that, and we'll see how this works out. I've built a separate staircase down to what I am hopeful will be a functioning kill chamber here for our spider spawners. We've got a block and a slab, and then the trap doors to prevent the spiders from getting out. That should do the trick. And then we've got a full block here because eventually we'll put some hoppers under there once I get enough iron. And hopefully that will let us collect all the spawns or the drops as much as we can. So at this point, I think it's time to go ahead and try to get the spawner running. So we'll go ahead and start knocking torches off of the spawners here, and we'll see what happens. Okay, we already got one, and he's flowing to the middle, and he's fallen down. So that's beautiful, and I'm drowning. Okay, so I think, he's climbing up the side there. I think that will stop once I'm down in the kill chamber, and the focus is on me down there. Right now the focus is on me, and so they're trying to get out of there, but once I'm down below, the focus will be down below. So at least I think. I'm hopeful. All right, I'm gonna hop now through here, close this up, and let's go down to the bottom and see what's going on down here. Let's go ahead and make a sword. Look at that beautiful diamond sword. I found a ton of diamonds while digging this thing out, plus what we found while we were mining, so I got no problems making a sword. And now, hopefully they see me. They come down here. They're still trying to climb out, which is not ideal. But it's not that big of a problem. It's not going to hurt the rates of the spawners. They're still too far away. It's just making it harder to kill them. So but once they get down here, they know, they can see me, and they know that this is where they need to go. So even if I'm down here somewhere, they'll drop in and come chase me a little bit. So that's good. If there was a way to get them to stop climbing, that would be ideal. And I do have a thought on that, but it's going to take, obviously, turning everything off for a bit. So I'm going to play with this a little bit and see what else I could do to maybe make it a little bit more efficient and get me these guys somewhere a little bit easier to hit. Because once I swipe, then they start doing their whole climby, jumpy thing. So let's see how I can make this more efficient. Well, I've made another change to the design here, and I've just kind of made it all 8 sections. I was having some problems with the spiders coming around the corner down there. So now, you got to walk along a little bit, or they might find you and see you, but this is still working pretty darn well. You can hear that everything is going smoothly here. They pop down, and then hopefully they don't spend too much time up there trying to climb. Oh, and they got me. Got too close. Figured that was going to happen at some point. So yeah, anyway, this is working well. Already up to 18 levels through everything here, and both spawners will run and happen at the same time. So we'll we'll get some levels, and see where we're going from here. Okay, we are going to have to turn off some of those sounds. Those hostile creatures are much too loud when you got a whole mess of them. So let's go ahead. Oh, got again by one or two of them. You can see that it is really spawning well. Getting plenty of spiders here, and also then XP. So let's see what we get here and how far we come in getting to level 30 and our first potential enchants. Oh, that would be so exciting. All right, we're up to level 27. That's not too shabby. So that is fantastic. This farm has turned out to be great. I was not expecting to get two spawners right next to each other. I thought we just had the one. And the fact that we've got two is really incredible. And again, you can just kind of see in here what I'm doing to keep the spiders off the walls and heading to where they're going. They kind of crawl at the top here when you're hanging out, but once you leave and go downstairs to where the kill chamber is, they do a great job of flocking down there. Their aggro is off of there and off the top side here and towards you down below. And again, you know, got to move around a little bit to go get them. You can see that they've all popped down now and are hanging out in the corners and whatnot. But yeah, this turned out really, really well, and I am really pleased with our first XP grinder here. We'll also get plenty of string and spider eyes through this farm too. So on to I guess the next thing would be, if we're going to get some enchanting done, I need some cows, and I don't have any cows. I've just got sheep and chickens. So maybe we should go on a little adventure to find some cows. And of course, we need a place to keep them. So we'll try and work on that as well. With the cave spider spawner done, I have come back topside to work on finding a way to get our cows worked into the mix here. And it's really led to another re-envisioning of our pathway, and I'm actually pretty excited about this one. I think it actually is going to work out a lot better and helps a lot of things with the terrain up above the Hobbit Hole entrance here. So first of all, I've got it running over across the river, and I'm also very excited about this, and it'll be in the next episode, but I've got an idea for this pathway here and what's going on. But you can see that it's a little... it's not quite as curvy as it was before, and a little bit longer, obviously, here. So it comes up along the side of the hill and over in front. Now that we don't need it entering up here, we were able to pull it off the side of the mountain, and I just think that looks a lot better, and overall just makes the space a lot more usable. So I'm pretty excited about that. I think that this farmland here, we're going to kind of continue out in this area as opposed to bringing it up to the level I'm at now. And that's going to give us room to house our cows. I'm not sold on that being where the sheep go. It's okay, but not great. This path eventually is going to kind of head off over the mountain into the other direction. So we're going to have a pathway that goes off into the jungle, over kind of where the tree farm is, or what I'm using as the tree farm kind of area anyway. We'll have a path that goes off into the jungle that way and comes through past the Hobbit Hole here and off over the mountain towards the desert, which is what's in that direction. So that's pretty neat. I'm enjoying that, and we're going to figure out a way to work the cows in here so that we can get our enchanting setup done. You may notice that I've lost all of my levels. I got blown up by a creeper, and then I got killed by a zombie. And, you know, once you lose your 30 levels, you really stop caring whether or not you're dead. So, anyway, on to the cow pasture. Let's figure that out. I have got the cows worked into the plan up here. You can see them right along the hillside there, another little pasture. So I moved the sheep to the left. I've got the field between, and then the cows on the right side there. It was taking a while to get all of the leather that we needed, though, so I went ahead and went on a little adventure to find the last 6-7 leather that we need to get our enchanting set up. So let's end the day by heading back down to the spider farm and putting together our first little enchanting room. I know that I went the wrong direction for that, but that's because I need to drop some of this garbage off that's in my inventory. So we'll throw all of the stone stuff in there. We'll make our last few books. I'm lazy, so we'll make those last few books. We need 2 more shelves, 2 more bookshelves. And of course, we will need our enchanting table as well. So there we go. Everything we need for a good enchanting setup. You know, there's one other thing actually that we should probably go ahead and take with us, and you're probably guessing right now what that is. That will be a what's this thing called? A grindstone, so that we can take those enchants off as well. Of course, an anvil would be good, but right now we've only got 4 iron. So this is what we're going to go with for now. And I'll see you down near the spider farm. I'd really like to put our enchanting setup somewhere close by here where we could be enchanting and still getting spiders spawning down in here. So I think I'm going to go ahead and close up this water source. And the middle 2 blocks are right here. So just because I like to keep things centered, we'll go ahead and continue to dig out just a little room here where we can put our enchanting setup and continually make enchants. It'll be real good. It's not super fancy, but it's something. Here is our enchanting setup. We should be ready for level 30 enchants. And here we go. Let's see what we can get on our pick. Let's start there. Efficiency 4. Okay. That's going to be the same on probably all of these. What about on the sword? Sharpness 3. All right. Well, we are going to go with efficiency 4. Let's see if we get anything else. First enchant of the series. Efficiency 4, unbreaking 3. All right. That's not too shabby. I will take it. On the next one, we've got an unbreaking 3 going on. So again, a very lovely option there. Do we have any? Whoa, looting 3. Okay, let's go ahead and get ourselves back up to that level 30. Won't take very long. And we are there. So let's get that looting 3 on that sword. Here we go. Bam. Done. Sharpness 4 and looting 3. We will take it. There we go. All right. We're going to get a whole lot more string and spider eyes now out of this farm. That's for sure. And with that, I think that we are going to go ahead and end this episode. I appreciate you coming along with me. Hopefully you enjoyed that spider farm and the remodel of the front of our base. I think next time I've got some exciting options for that bridge to continue our pathway, and we're probably going to come down and go ahead and get these villagers healed up. And that means an adventure in the nether, because I have no idea where a nether fortress is. So I need mending. That's really the only thing I'm looking for my villagers right now is a mending book. The rest of our enchants right now will come from the enchanting table, and hopefully that will work out really well for us. We'll give it a shot. Until then, I hope you enjoyed the episode. And until the next time we're in the world together, stay happy, stay healthy, and I'll see you.